Hello, fifth graders. Welcome to lesson 11.8, Graphing Numerical Sequences. Let's get started. Today's objective is I can plot numerical sequences on coordinate grids by analyzing and graphing relationships from data tables with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Please pause to write the I can and by statement in your digital math notebook now. All right, guys, now that we are pros at numerical sequences, we're going to put it together with our graphing, and we're going to be able to graph numerical sequences. So we're going to start off with this problem where we have an X, Y input-output table. We're going to find the pattern, continue the rule, and then graph it on our chart. Let's see if we can figure out the rule of our XY chart first. We go from 0 to 1. So from 0 to 1, that looks like maybe an add 1, because if it were a times 1, it would be 0. Let's see if that continues to apply. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my rule or my pattern is going to be to add 1. Now we can take our X and our Y and make them into ordered pairs. So my first ordered pair would be 0, 1. Then I would have 1, 2. Then 2, 3. Then 3, 4. Now notice that when I graph these points, the line will not go through the origin 0, 0 because we'll have the first point at 0, 1. So I'm going to go over 0 and up 1. Here's my first point. Then over 1, up 2. Then over 2, up 3. Oh, sorry, that's at 4. Let me fix that. All right, then over 3 and up 4. So now we can graph our numerical sequence and see what the numerical expression x plus 1 looks like as a picture. Let's try one together. All right, guys, we're in your digital math notebook. Question number 1 says, the graph shows the relationship between the number of weeks, W, and the number of band rehearsals, B, played at the high school. Which rule relates the pattern? So if I look at where my first point is, my first point is at 1, 4. Then my next point is at 2, 8. Then my next point is at 3, 12. So from those numbers, I can look and see from 1 to 4, I added 3, but from 2 to 8, that's not the same. So how about maybe times 4? 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so that means it's not adding. What are we multiplying? We're multiplying the weeks by 4. So that would mean that B, the number of rehearsals played, equals weeks times 4. So that means that our answer is B. And part 2 says, which number pair extends the pattern on the graph? So let's see. If we try number 1, we're going to go over, number 20 weeks, we don't want to go way down that. That's not even on our graph. So it's not A. All right, B says over 5 and then up to 20. Oh, that looks like it'd be right there. That seems like a logical place. Let's check our other ones to be sure. C says 5, 16, so that would be over to 5, but then that point would be here, which means that they didn't increase the number of practices. And D has 16 weeks to start off with, so we know it's not D, so it's got to be B. Pause to type your notes in your digital math notebook now. All right, friends, it's time for the lesson activity. In today's lesson activity, it says, Sophie uses the rule Z equals 3K. Remember that when numbers are touching, it multiplies, so 3 times K, to show a pattern in the graph. She uses Z to represent the output and K to represent the input. If the input is 3, what is the other number in her pair? So we know that the input is 3, and we know that Z equals 3K. So our input tells us here that Z is the output and K is the input. So if we replace the K with a 3, then that's going to be Z equals 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 we know is 9. So let's look at that. When our input is 3, so 1, 2, 3, our output is 9, which is what we got. So our answer should be D. Make sure you pause and show the work for how we got this answer in your digital math notebook. Great job, 5th graders. You're almost finished. When you feel comfortable with this lesson and you've completed your digital notes, then complete your exit slip to show your teacher your understanding. Great job!